The last objective for this unit is to learn how to solve percent word problems. There are lots of different situations in your life where you'll see percents. You'll see them in stores where they have sale signs. You'll see it at the bank where you earn interest on your money. And you need to know how to evaluate that percent in the context of the situation. So we're starting off with simple interest, very similar to if you have a savings account at a bank. You earn interest on your money by investing it with the bank. This ends up being a percent proportion. So we're going to start off by setting up our is over of and solving from there. So reading through this, we need to figure out what the is, the of, and the percent are, even if those words don't exactly appear in the problem. So you deposit $800 in a savings account. That does not say is or of, so we'll have to figure out where that goes. That earns 1.5% interest. That's pretty straightforward. We know exactly where that's going to land. And how much interest will you have after 5 years? So I'm going to start by setting up my is over of, and then we'll talk about how to figure out where each piece goes when we don't see those words in the problem. What we have to do is turn the question into an is of question. So the question is, what is the interest of $800? So we're going to put our 800 where the of is. The question is, how much interest is earned? The percent was 1.5 out of 100. Another thing to be careful of is that this only gives us the interest after 1 year. And our question is after 5 years. So we'll have an extra step once we're done solving for our interest in this step. So we multiply both sides by 800. And it turns out we earn $12 in interest per year. So in order to figure out how much we earn after 5 years, we'll multiply our interest by 5. 5 times 12 will give us a total of $60 in interest after 5 years. Next question, similar to the first one, we're putting money into a savings account. This time it earns 7.25% per year. What is the interest that will be earned of $5,000 by the time he goes to college? So starting off again with our percent proportion, is over of equals percent over 100. What is the interest of $5,000 when it earns 7.25%? Starting off by solving for x, we need to multiply both sides by 5,000 to cancel our denominator. So in this case, the interest after 1 year is $362.50. Now the question is, how much interest will he earn by the time he goes to college? Well, typically students go to college at the age of 18, so we're going to make that assumption that after 18 years he's heading off to college. So we're going to multiply the interest in 1 year by 18 years, which will give us the total interest of $6,525. Now remember, that's just the interest that's been earned on the account. He still has the initial $5,000 that were deposited, and that would give a total of $11,525 as he heads off to college. Next, we're going to take a look at sales. It's really important to understand how to calculate a sale price so you aren't surprised when you walk up to the register. A pair of jeans cost $55 but are on sale for 35% off. We actually do have is in the question. What is the sale price? So now we know that when we set up our percent proportion, our variable will be in the is position. The regular price is $55. Now this one's a little bit tricky because they're on sale for 35% off. When that's the statement, that means that's the percent that you don't pay. And the question is, what are you paying? What is the sale price? So we need to figure out the percentage that we are paying. The way we do that is we subtract from 100. So thinking about it this way, 100% of the jeans is the 35% off plus the percent that you pay. So to find the percent that you pay, you subtract the 35% that you aren't paying from the 100% or the total cost of the jeans. So in this case, we are paying 65% of the original price. So that's the percent that I'm using in my proportion. Solving for x, I'm going to multiply both sides by 55 to cancel my denominator. So the sale price of my jeans at 65% of $55 is $35.75. This one is about making money off of purchases that you make. So we buy items from a wholesale website and then we sell them. We mark up the price by 40%. So this is another one where we need to figure out what the percent is. We're not selling them for 40% of what we paid. We would be losing money. We're marking them up 40%. So we're going to take the entire 100% that we paid plus an additional 40% for a total of 140% of our sale price. This way, we're selling them for more than we paid so we can make some money on them. We buy an item for $15. What do we sell it for? Is over of equals percent out of 100. Again, the question is, what is the sale price of a $15 item that we bought? Again, we're marking it up 140% of our purchase price, multiplying both sides by 15 to cancel my division. 140 times 15 divided by 100 is $21. So on these questions, it's really important that you make sure your answer makes sense. If you get an answer for less than you bought it for, you're not marking it up. So make sure you go back and check that you added 100 to your percent. Here's your you try question, and we'll take a look at a lot of these in class as practice together for any additional support that you need to do well on these.